morning, everyone. I want to give a little heads up before we get started. Next Tuesday's class, I have to do something to get my girls to school, and I'm going to be 15 minutes late just next Tuesday. Okay, just next Tuesday. So I believe that they're working on reflecting that time difference on the website, so it'll be a reminder in case you forget. But next Tuesday, 9:15 to 10:15, but please just leave at 10 if you need to still keep on your regular schedule, okay? So yeah, just one time next week. All right, here we go. Let's sit up nice and tall. We're gonna start with our chin tucks for 10. Let's get ready and begin. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, maintain that length through the spine. Head turns 5 per side, always coming back to center in between. Turn, center, turn, center, 3, center, 4, center, 5, center, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, so we're going to go into our warm-up now. This warm-up, the format of this warm-up is going to be a preview of how the exercises are going to work in our 12-minute 45-15. So it's still going to be 12 exercises for 12 minutes, 45 seconds of work, 15 seconds rest, like we have done for the past 2 weeks. But there's going to be a little twist on it where I'm going to take one exercise for that time, and then another exercise for the second minute. And then on the third minute, we're going to combine the first 2 exercises together for that third minute. And then on the 4th minute, we're going to do some type of body weight cardio move. So the warm up is going to help you get a grasp of what I just said there. And we'll, through round 1, we'll ease into it. And then we will, by round 2 and 3, we'll be good. So our first 2 exercises are going to be high knees. Okay. So seated, here we are, or warm up high knees. All right. Our second exercise is going to be ham curls. Okay. You can put some arms in there. All right. Seated, we're at the edge of our seat. And then the third one is going to be high knee ham curl. See that? So now we're putting the first 2 moves that we did together. All right. So let's get started with high knees. And 3, 2, and 1. This is a 5-minute warm up, and it's a 40-10. And again, this warm up is designed to help you understand the format. Keep it going. We're halfway. I'm going to switch to standing. We're just doing 1 round through. You should feel your core working here. It's like a standing ab exercise. 5, 4, 3, 2, and time. Woo! Felt those right away. Now we're going into our hamstring curl kickbacks. Okay, I'll start seated for 20 seconds and then go into standing. I'm on the edge of my seat for seated. Whew. Good, we're halfway. I'm going to move to standing for the second half. Excellent, 5 more seconds here. And time. Now we're going to put those 2 together. Okay, so we're going to do 1 alternating high knee, 1 alternating kickback. Okay, ready? Begin. So high knee, kickback, kickback. So when we go through our 12-minute circuit, we will have 3 sets of exercises that mimic this idea here, where we do one exercise, then another, and then on the 3rd minute, we put them both together. And then one cardio exercise in between those 3 sets like that. Okay, the next 2 combos is going to be jumping jacks, okay, and cross body punches. Okay, so we're going to start with jacks. All right, just jacks for right now. If this is uncomfortable for your shoulders, you can always take it into that T-fly, okay? Good, we're halfway through our jumping jacks. I'm just gonna move it to standing here. Good, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we're going into cross-body punches next. Okay, I'm gonna start the first 20 seconds seated. Less of a pivot when you're seated with your foot, okay? Ready? And begin, punch, punch. So we have 40 seconds like this. And then we have 40 more seconds putting those 2 together. We're gonna do 2 jumping jacks and then all cross-body punch. We're halfway here. I'm gonna stand up to the second half. Ten more seconds here. 5, 3, and 1. Good. All right. Woo. We're going to put the 2 together. So we're going to go jack, jack, cross, cross. Okay. Ready? And begin. Our warm-up is done after this one. 5, 3, and 1. Okay, guys. Woo. Warm up. Okay, so that's the idea. Still a 12-minute 45-15. Okay, 12 exercises. But we're going to do one exercise, then another, and then we're going to put those 2 exercises together. And then we're going to do a cardio move after that. So as always, that time is just a guide. You work for an amount of time that's good for you. Our first 2 moves, RDL row. Okay, our hinge and row. Okay, that's move 1. The second one is going to be kickbacks. All right. And then on the 3rd minute, we're gonna hinge, row, kickback. We're putting the 2 together. Okay. All right. And then after that, we are going to do a raise the roof, high knee. Okay, you can take this as slow as controlled as you want, or you can quicken it up if you want your heart rate up more. So we're going to start with an RDL row. I'm going to start seated for round 1. My feet are in line with my hips, toes are facing forward. Okay, we're going to hinge, we're going to row, and then we're going to use the glutes to stand up. 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Hinge, row, up. When we do our hinge patterns, we're getting our hamstrings and glutes and lower back. When we do our row, we're getting our lats and our back. So working the back side of the body with these 2 exercises here. Make the mind muscle connection. Feel your back muscles work when you row. Feel your hamstrings and glutes as you stand up from that hinge. 5, 4, 3, 2, and time. Okay, now we're going to go to kickback. So just a mild hinge here, okay? If that hurts your back, you can even come up front, but we're working the back of the arms, okay? And do that seated, ready, and begin. So really make that mind muscle connection, squeezing the back of the arms, okay? This is a focused movement. We're focused completely on the back of the arms right now. And got that t-shirt weather coming up, sleeveless shirt weather coming up, toning up the arms. Remember that 45 seconds is a guide. If you need some rest, if you want to take a drink, if you have to stand it all the way up, okay, you do you, okay? We have 10 more seconds here, and then we're going to put those two exercises together. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, good. Feet are underneath the hips, toes are facing forward. We're going to hinge, row, kick back. Now bring it back up. Okay, ready? Here we go. Let's count it out. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, at your own count, but I do find that counting the number of movements helps with the cognitive portion of this exercise. After this, we're going to our cardio move. So we will be putting our weights down. Three, 2, and 1. Okay, your weights can go aside. We're going to raise the roof and knee raise. Okay, so I'm kind of like pressing the roof up with the palms of my hands. And I'm also pulling those knees up, working core, shoulders, and heart. You can go as fast or as slow as it feels comfortable for you, seated or standing. Your shoulders should get tired from this. It's surprising. It's just a lot of high volume. So you're working your shoulders through no weight, but high volume with this movement. You need to shake your arms out for a minute. If it becomes too much, the burn is too much, that's okay. Almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next set is going to be sumo squats, okay? So you can hold your weights, heels are outside, okay? Down, drive up, down, drive up, okay? I'm gonna be doing seated, and we're gonna do something a little different here. If you're seated with me, have your feet starting out wide. We're gonna tap it in, tap it out, flex. Okay, this is a little bit of a reverse from what we usually do with our seated sumo squats. Okay, otherwise you're standing and you're just doing straight sumo squats. Our next exercise is going to be just bicep curls, okay? We're gonna work the front of the arm now. Sorry, still sumo squats right now though. Just coming up next is three, 2, and 1. Okay, next exercise, bicep curls. Okay, just bicep curls. And then on the 3rd minute, we're gonna put the 2 exercises together, okay? All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Now when I pull up, I'm thinking about squeezing the front of the arm here. We got the back of the arm in our first tricep. Now we're getting the front of the arm. I'm really telling my biceps to squeeze, right? So it's not just about the weight doing the work. my mind is saying, squeeze the muscle. Good, 5 more seconds here. 2 and 1. Okay, on that third minute, we're gonna sumo squat, drive it up, curl. Sumo, drive up, curl. Okay, so we're putting them together, or you're gonna be with me, okay? 2, 1, and we're going to tap it in, tap it out, flex, tap it in, tap it out, flex, curl. A lot more cognitive work reversing the way we usually do our seated sumo squats. I actually like this because it's forcing me to think pretty hard what my body's doing here. 2 and 1. Good. Now we're going to go to our cardio move, and we're going to do just like in our warm-ups, kickbacks and a pullback. Okay. I'm going to do seated first in 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. This is your opportunity to choose your intensity. Do you want to make this more of a recovery, just going through the range of motion and loosening up? Or do you want to put some intensity in it and get your heart rate up and work up the sweat? Okay, you choose, okay? Slow it down just to actively recover, or speed it up to get your sweat on, okay? Ten more seconds. Whew. And then we're into our last try set here. We're gonna do, good, and time. We're gonna do alternating reverse lunges for the first minute or 45 seconds, okay? Or see, and you can do that with out holding onto the chair if you need to, or you can be with me for our seated variation, alternating leg press. Our second move is going to be a lateral alternating leg raise. It's going to be like a very slow lower body jumping jack only. I'll show you when we get there. Whew. And time. Okay, so the next one, all right, flexed foot leading through the heel. Okay, leading through the heel, not the toe. You're just lifting, 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 lifting. Okay, you're working right here, your glute medius, if you're seated with me. Now, if this is too challenging on your balance, you can hold the chair in front of you, okay, from that standing position. You can hold the wall in front of you if you want to kind of put your arms straight out, palms on the wall. Okay, there are ways to help reduce the intensity of the balance part of this. Otherwise, flex that foot up, leading through the heel. Okay, if you lead through the toe, you kind of lose the muscle contraction that we're trying to get to. 10 more seconds here, then we're going to put them together. 3, 2, and 1. So now it's going to look like this. Reverse lunge, reverse lunge, flexed foot, leg, flexed foot, okay? You're putting them together. Flexed foot, okay? Seated, leg extension or press, leg press. Lateral tap, lateral tap. We have one more cardio move after this, and then that's our first 12-minute round. We're gonna do a sweep and shoot which is similar to our slip rope squat that we've been doing. I'll show you when we get there. We have about 5 more seconds here. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, last one. We're going to sweep, shoot. Sweep, yep, you can use a ball. If you have like a silver sneakers ball or a lightweight ball, sweep, shoot. Okay, like you're picking up a basketball off the ground and then shooting. I'm coming up onto my toes to get a little calf raise. Okay, seated variation. We're going to sweep, shoot, sweep, shoot. We're going to break after this. 10 more seconds here. 3, 2, and time. That is round 1, guys. Go ahead and get a drink, okay? So now you get the gist of what we're doing. It's still the same format we've done the past couple weeks as far as time goes. We are just kind of making it a tri-set by doing those 2 exercises and then putting it together. Okay, so we're going to go back to the top here. Our first 3-part combination is our hinge to row. Okay, so I'm going to stay standing now. Row, squeeze up. Okay, and then our second one is our kickbacks. All right, and then our third one is row, kickback, up. Okay. All right, so 45 seconds is going on the clock. We're going to start with our hinge and row in 3, 2, and 1. My feet are under my hips, my toes are forward, pushing the hips back, nice neutral spine, using my glutes and my hamstrings to stand back up straight. All right, it's not my head leading the way to come back up, it's my glutes leading the way. All right, that's where the hinge actually occurs. And that's what the muscles you want to use to stand back up. When we row, we're getting those lats. When we hinge, we're getting the glutes and hamstrings. Almost done here. We have 5 more seconds. 2, and time. Okay. Whew. Gonna get ready for this kickbacks. You can be relatively upright for here. I'm just gonna put a soft bend in my knees. My hips are just slightly back here, but I'm relatively upright here, okay? And we're gonna go ahead and extend and squeeze the back of the arm. Focus work right here. Trying to get high reps on those triceps. Again, make that mind muscle connection. Even if you're not even holding weight, by just extending and telling the tricep to squeeze, you should feel a muscle contraction. Good, we're past halfway, and then we're gonna put those 2 moves together. Three, 2, and 1. Good. Now those 2 moves together, we're going to hinge, row, kick back, bring it back. Remember, it's a 6 count here. Feet are under the hips, toes are forward. We're going to push those hips back in 3, 2, and 1. Push it back. You're going to row, kick back, bring it back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You count at your own pace. That helps you find the rhythm and pattern. Really squeezing my glutes on the way up. We're going to do that raise the roof high knee next for a cardio movement before we move on to the next tricep. And time, okay. You put your weights aside if you're using them. Remember, palms are kind of going up towards the ceiling. Boom, boom. Okay, it's a nice core exercise. All right, nice shoulder exercise and conditioning. Okay, my shoulders are starting to feel tired. Listen to your body. If you have to shake them out for a couple seconds, that's okay. We have about 10 seconds left. 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Woo! All right, sumo squats are next. Get your drinks as you need them. Whew. It's a sweaty one. Sumo squats or lateral leg extension to tap, okay? Here we go. My heels are outside the width of my shoulders. My weight's in the heel of the foot so that when I drive upwards and I press through my heels, I really feel my glutes activate here. Glutes, inner thighs. Good, we're almost there. About 5 more seconds. Then we're going into bicep curls. 2 and 1. All right. Bicep curls are next. Okay, remember on that flex, we're really thinking about squeezing through there as we come up, okay? Core tight, kind of tuck the pelvis back here and begin. Next round, we're gonna put that sumo squat and bicep curl together. Squeeze, squeeze, okay? Should feel this high rep, especially if you're telling that muscle to engage, right? It's not enough to just move the dumbbells through space. You have to tell the muscles to engage as well. 3, 2, and 1, okay? We're gonna put them together. So we're gonna bring our heels right back outside the width of our shoulders here if you're standing, all right? Deep breath in 3, 2, 1. We're gonna lower down, drive up, curl, return. Lower down, drive up. Good, we have about 10 more seconds. Last 5, 2, and 1, okay. We are going to put the weights aside. We have hamstring curl kickbacks. Okay, that's next. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So again, you get to decide what kind of intensity you want to put here. This could be, okay, I just want to recover here and open up, right? And keep it slow, keep that heart rate under control. Or you can, boom, you can put some intensity into it. All right, your choice here. You could also rest and get a drink if you need it too, okay? Ten more seconds here. 3, 2, and time. Okay, woo! Feeling that, get your drinks, guys, okay? Now we have our reverse lunges, okay? Mean putting these at the end today, oh my goodness. All right, reverse lunges or seated leg press, with or without the chair, it's up to you. 1, 2, 3, 4, it's a 4 count, right? Drive through that front heel, okay? The front leg is the one you're predominantly working. The back leg is just kind of assisting you. Say 80% of your weight is in that front leg, 20% is in that back leg. Remember, quality over quantity. I'd rather see you do less quality reps than I'd rather see you do a bunch of not so good reps, okay? 2 and 1. Woo. All right. Lateral leg extensions here, okay? You can hold on to your chair if you like, or you could be right here. Remember, that foot is flexed, okay? And we're guiding through the heel of the foot as it comes up. This is one of those ones for me that like seems simple enough in explanation and in movement. You're only really moving through the hip joint. But it's just one of those ones that really gets me. It just really does. You should feel the work through here. Your core is working because we're balancing on one leg, and you're getting this inner thigh groin stretch as well, okay? 5, 3, 1. Okay, we're gonna put them together. I'm gonna use my chair since I'm doing the combo. You don't have to, but I'm gonna do an alternating lunge and then an alternating lateral leg raise. Okay, let's get ready and begin. Or you're doing a alternating seated leg press to an alternating lateral leg tap. Flexed foot as you come out. Don't forget that you want to keep it flexed. We have our sweep and shoot cardio move after this. And then we're going to go through it one more time. And if the lunges start to get to be too much and you want to do like a little step back like this, that's a great alternative, okay? If you're starting to feel like my legs cannot take it, right here and right here, okay? All right, sweep and shoot is next. All right. We're gonna act like we're doing our lateral side step. We're gonna be picking up that ball. Ready, here we go. Pick up the ball and shoot. Pick up the ball. 15 seconds. 10. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, guys, get a drink, recover. Woo. One more time through. Okay. Should be feeling that accumulated fatigue. Let your heart rate come back down. We are going back to the top for the final round through. Okay. Adjust your time if you need to. 45 seconds is too long. Shave some time off, okay? And again, with those lunges, come here. If it's too much, boom. See that? And I'm actually getting this nice little calf stretch. So if you have tight calves, you might just want to do this because, oh, yeah, I'm getting a good calf stretch here, okay? That would be an alternative if the lunge is getting too much there at the end. All right, guys, final round, RDL row, okay, hinge and row. All right, 45 seconds going on the clock for that. Feet are going to be underneath your hips. Toes are facing forward, okay? Let's get ready in 3, 2, and 1. We're going to go ahead and hinge, pushing the hips back, neutral spine, row it, squeeze the glutes up. Making that mind muscle connection. Feel the back, boom. Now feel the hamstrings and glutes, boom. Ten more seconds. 5, 2, and 1. Okay, recover. We're going to those tricep kickbacks, seated or standing. Again, little soft bend in the knees. I'm not locked out, right? Soft bend, hips a little soft here, okay? Ever so slightly lean forward, all right? And we're feeling the back of the arms when we're extended. Some good isolation work for the arms. Some nice toning. We have 15 more seconds here, and then we're going to put those two moves together. Last 10 seconds. 5, 2, and 1. Good. Now our hinge, row, and kick back. Remember, it's a 6 count from the time we go down and come back up, okay? Feet are underneath the hips. Toes are forward. All right, we're going to push the hips back in 2, 1. We're going to hinge, row, kick back, return, 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 okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 15 more seconds here, and then we're going to go into our final set of those raise the roofs with those high knees, seated or standing. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Please decide if you're using them. Back to the palms and knee raise. And again, decide, do you want to keep this slow? Okay, and keep your heart rate under control. Do you want to move faster? I'll tell you, it's a lot more core work when you're going slow. You're going to feel the need to work your core really hard. So that may be what you're looking for more than that fast pace. You decide what works for you. Here's a great example how a body weight exercise can do so much for you. I mean, you're like, I know I'm feeling my shoulders right now. I hope you guys are too. 10 more seconds. 5, 2, woo, and 1. Shake it out. Oh my, I'm glad those are done, but they're hard. Okay, sumo squats are next, okay, or your lateral tap leg extension. My heels are right outside the width of my shoulders, right? Here we go. I'm gonna sink it down, drive through the heels. I don't lock out at the top. I keep a little bit of softness through the knees, okay? And I'm really pressing through the heels, squeezing my glutes right at the top here. Good, we're halfway here. Then we have bicep curls. Last 10 seconds here. Hard one today. 5, 2, and 1. Okay. Whew. Bicep curls are next. Okay, if you're standing, really think about tucking and squeezing, scooping. Okay, that's going to protect all of this. Okay, Let's get ready and begin. Squeeze. I'm talking to my biceps, remember. Just moving the weight in space is not enough. You got to talk to the muscles. You got to be present, and you have to tell them, squeeze and work, right? Mind-muscle connection. Otherwise, if you don't have that mind-muscle connection, what happens is your mind works a little faster than your body, right? You know, it might be something where you're like, oh, I'm going to do this. And then your body's like, whoa, I can't go with what I thought I was going to do, right? You know, so practicing mind-muscle connection helps, you know, lessen that, you know, probability there, okay? All right, we're going to put them together. All right, so sumo squat to bicep curl, or alternating lateral tap leg extension to bicep curl. In 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna sink it down, drive it up, bicep curl, boom. Excellent. We're halfway. Then we're gonna go to hamstring curl kickbacks. Last 5 seconds. And time. Okay. Hamstring curl kickbacks are next, okay? So again, do you just want to make this nice and like opening up and stretching out, okay? Or do you want to put a little heart rate into it? Here we go. Either way, totally acceptable. And sometimes it depends on the day, you know? What feels like a better choice. Halfway, and then we're on our final tricep. Remember to stay hydrated, okay? If you're noticing you're sweating more today than usual, make sure you make up for that, okay? You're losing that water, you have to replace it. Dehydrated muscles get sore and tight, as well as can make us not feel great when we're dehydrated, okay? All right, reverse lunges. Why did I put those at the end? That's so mean, okay? Or seated leg press, okay? Alternating reverse lunges in 2, 1, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 2. Remember, if this is too much at the end of our workout, tap. See that? I'm still split stance. And boy, does that calf stretch. If you're someone who has tight calves, you may like this, okay? This might be a good and necessary exercise to do right now, okay? Just make sure that heel taps and hits the ground on that back leg. So this is your alternative if it's just too much, or you don't want to do the seated leg press. 2 and 1, okay. Lateral leg raises, flexed foot, leading through the heel. We're not leading through the toe. We don't want our toe to come out and externally rotate. Then we miss this muscle that we're trying to work right here, okay? Here we go. That's the glute medius that I talk about. Really good stabilizing and balance muscle. All right, so good to train that area to help with fall prevention. It also helps keep the knee in good health too. When your glute medius is strong, it supports your knees a lot more. Another good reason to make sure we train these lateral directions. We have 10 more seconds here, then we're gonna put it together. 3, 2, and time. Okay, alternating lunge to lateral leg raise, okay? Use your chair if you need it. Remember, quality over quantity, okay? slow it down and work on quality. All right, here we go. We got lunge, lunge. And here's something you might do. You might be able to get a lunge in, and then the next set you do your tap back, okay? You could do, you know what I mean? There's so many ways you can tailor this. Good, 15 more seconds here, and then we're gonna finish off with sweep and shoot, and then we stretch, and we're done. 5, 2, and time. Okay, final exercise, sweep and shoot. Whew, get your drinks as you need it. I'm feeling it. Last 45 seconds of work right here, okay? Let's get ready. 2, 1. Sweep, pick the ball up, shoot. Halfway. Almost there. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. 2, and 1. Nice work, guys. Whew. That was a toughie today. That's tough. We did a lot more rounds of the same exercise by pairing up the two on the third, on the, every third minute. So if you can, you're standing, all right, let's do our forward fold on the back of the chair, stretch out that shoulder, okay, the back of the legs, all right, the lats. You can kind of rock your hips from side to side here. If you are seated, you can do here is just kind of sit towards, I'm actually this way. If you're seated, we're gonna come right here. All right, I'm trying to stay nice and neutral through my back. It's okay if your arms are down a little low if they don't want to come up too high, but good. And then from here, let's all sit it down, and we're gonna go ahead and do a thoracic twist stretch, okay? So we'll start by arcing over, okay? That opposite palm's on the outside of the thigh, and we're trying to look over that back shoulder wherever our gaze wants to go. Okay, we're not pushing and straining, we're just taking it to its edge and holding and breathing. Good, and then you're gonna go ahead and arc those hands up and over to the other side. And repeat on this other side. Excellent. Let's come back to center. Let's take our palms, small it back. Pretend we're pushing those elbows towards one another. Think heart to ceiling, okay? Elbows towards one another and heart to ceiling. Your head can go wherever it's comfortable. You want to feel a nice stretch through the front of your chest right through here and shoulders all through here, as well as through your forearms, just because you're pressing your palms into the small of your back. Good. From here, let's release and roll our palms around here, our wrists around a little bit, open and close. And then let's go into a lateral bend for the neck and traps here. Good. Same thing, other side. Deep breath. Excellent. And let's finish off with our hamstrings here. If you're standing and you're able to, you can prop your foot up onto your chair here and lean into that. Feel that stretch through the back of the leg. Okay. And if that is too intense, let's take it to the seated variation here. Okay. Just leaning forward. You do what works good for you. I'm gonna go with the standing here. Good. And let's go ahead and switch sides. Excellent. And one more stretch here. Let's get the calf here. We're going to go ahead, just like I was showing in that lunge variation. We're going to split stance, and then we're stretching the back calf. I want you to extend your leg long, right? Your heel stays planted on the ground, and then bend that knee, drop it forward, but maintain that heel flat on the ground, okay? And you should feel a stretch through the back of your calf here. And then let's go ahead and switch sides here, okay? So same thing, we're gonna split stance, make sure that heel is flat on the ground on the back, and then you're gonna pop that knee forward as far as it can go without popping the heel up. Might notice one side might feel different than the other. That's totally normal. We are not symmetrical. We have specific patterns that we do that kind of, you know, offset our muscles. Good. And release. And then last thing, flex and point for a little bit on each ankle and roll. Let's say, you know, 5, 5, and 5. Okay. And then same thing on the other side. And reverse. Good. And with that, let's go ahead and inhale up. Palms together. Exhale. Inhale up. Palms together. And exhale. All right, guys. Thanks for coming today.